The Tigers headed to New England this past weekend. We'll talk about it on the Tiger Lacrosse Report, which starts now.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
White Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and is locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How can you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. And this past Saturday, the Tigers headed to New England to take on the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. Coach, a game that was tight throughout. UMass scored some empty netted goals late in the game to make the score look a little different, 8-4. But I'm sure the one thing that still has to aggravate you is the turnovers that the team had again this past Saturday.
Yeah, it continues to plague us. The way we started the game was indicative of unfortunately how we practiced all week. So, we just couldn't get beyond our own mistakes, and we opened up the game, I think, with 3 straight turnovers, and it's hard to obviously get into a rhythm and feel comfortable about your offense and the personnel at that point, with that kind of play. Crazy enough as it was, we still had a 3-1 lead at halftime, and but we definitely weren't playing great lacrosse, and I didn't think UMass was playing as good as they were capable of either. So I don't know if it was both teams being pretty excited for the game and nervous at the same time, but we definitely didn't start the way we wanted to. The
other thing that was kind of surprising was that they dominated the faceoffs 12-4. I'm sure you were kind of baffled by that. I was. Alex has had his struggles this year. He shoots himself in the foot and puts us in a tough position when he goes early and gets procedure calls, which he did early in the first quarter. Once you go down 2-0, the next violation is a penalty, right. And so we got to play a little bit more on the defensive. When you do that early in the first quarter, it makes it tough to be competitive at the face-off X. But I thought he did a decent job, at least stopping any kind of quick transition or quick control to Noah Rack, who's having an excellent year and been very good for UMass by getting, batting the ball, batting the stick, and then being able to get our wings in play. We missed a couple opportunities off our wings. But Alex is definitely struggling, and we got to figure out how we need to get him and insert Steven Stillwell a little bit better. On the defensive end, you guys completely shut down Ben Carr, who was their leading scorer, but Trainer came back and hurt you. Was that because you were so concerned about Carr, or just Trainer having a great day? Trainer had a great day. He gets the first one in transition, and then he gets a couple at the end. He gets the goal to get him up 6-4, and then he gets the empty netter when we're double teaming, and he's a terrific player. I think he's one of the tougher midfielders that we've faced all season. He's a two-way guy. You know, after one of their timeouts, they put him in another quote-unquote offensive midi out there. You know, that just shows to their ability and their comfortability as a team to have those guys who primarily play offense for them, but to have them start on defense because they're such a transition-oriented team to get those guys out there. But you know, trainer did a great job kind of exploiting us, and it wasn't because we were really focused on Ben. We knew trainer was extremely good too. He was the guy we needed to pull. He made a couple of key plays when they needed a play made.
Now, on the bright side, Shane Brennan had another great day. 13 saves on the afternoon, and boy, is this youngster, the redshirt freshman, really come on since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he played really well. I thought Shane really kept us in the game in the first half, made a couple saves he probably shouldn't have made from decent looks that UMass had by lack of our rotation defensively and not helping out the way we needed to. But Shane was there to really close the door. A couple of really nice ones in transition where UMass has thrived this year. That's where they go from, you know, scoring like 8 goals a game like they did against us to scoring, you know, 12 to 14. Shane, you know, really stepped up and did a great job there. Did a pretty good job in man down. So it was unfortunate that we couldn't reward his effort and his play with support on, you know, both the defensive and offensive end.
But even as you mentioned, UMass is a team that was one of the highest scoring teams in the country coming into the game. You held them to 8 goals. Mm-hmm. So as a whole, the defense did not play poorly in Saturday's ball game.
We weren't awful. You know, we definitely had some breakdowns, and we played quite a bit of defense due to the face-off and our inability to do a good job possessing offensively with the amount of turnovers we had, especially in the first half. That didn't help for the longevity of the game. So defensively, we were solid. You know, we definitely played well. Shane played beyond well and helped us cover up some mistakes. But we still got some things to make up defensively.
All right, so the Tigers will work on that this week and get ready for the Blue Hens of Delaware, who will invade Johnny Unitas Stadium on Saturday at noon. That'll do it for this edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. For head coach Shawn Nadelen, I'm Spiro Morekas. Tune in later this week when the coach and I will talk about the game with the Blue Hens. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Tigers.